More KBA action is upon us tonight, and tonight we've got a matchup between the Celadon City Slashers and the Rock Tunnel Gravelers as we're kicking off the second half of the season, or should I say, tipping off the second half of the season. You see Gyarados, Swampert talking things over before the game. Here at Graveler's Cave, Curtis Coleman on the call for KBA on Elite 4 TV. The Rock Tunnel Gravelers, currently hands down the worst team in the KBA right now. They're 1-5 on the season. They have not been good. They've been struggling pretty much everywhere. Meanwhile, Celadon City sits third in the KBA after Kanto's loss. They're 4-2 on the season. You take a look at the lineups. Big matchup to watch for. Gyarados, he's the hottest player in the league right now. Maybe the best player in the league. Favorite for DPOI. Second in MVP voting. Up against Golem. 4 times type advantage for Gyarados. Watch out for that. Coach MF Doom has done outstanding this season with Celadon City. 4-2 record. One of the top candidates for Coach of the Year. Golem and Gyarados taking the opening tip-off. And it's going to be won by Gyarados. Scizor gives it back to Parappa. Parappa takes it out. Parappa's up against Oddish. Gives it off, but Scizor was out of bounds already. A early mistake from the Celadon City Slashers. Rock Tunnel's going to inbound it. Swampert, Oddish leading the way. Gives it off to Swampert. Swampert alley-oop attempt to Sandslash. Bit off the mark. Sandslash's going to have to jump. Keep it in. Treecko's going to let it fly. He's got it. Treecko, 3 points. Treecko, really the hottest offensive player on the team as of now. Not that that's saying much. Rock Tunnel by far the worst offense in the entire league. Parappa on the other side, spinning in his way inside. Can't bank it home over Oddish. Rebound comes to Oddish. All right, are they cooking now? We'll find out. Oddish, pass inside. Sandslash going to be blocked by Scyther. Rebound. Swampert's there to put it home. 5-0. Good start for Rock Tunnel early on. Heavy underdogs in this game. They have been kind of whooped in all of their most recent games. 3 from Monkey D. Luffy. That won't fall. Rebound goes to Swampert. Swampert charging up the court. Got Parappa as a matchup. This is a bit of a mismatch. Gonna give it off to Treecko. Treecko against Luffy. Got a bit of space. Treecko, nice finish. After Luffy with a physical challenge. How about the start from Treecko? 5 points. And it's 7-0. Rock Tunnel. I don't think anyone can really believe their eyes. Here comes Parappa. Great feed to Scizor. Wide open. That's no good. Oh, no. Treecko coming off a season-high 17 points. Swampert's going to be blocked by Scizor. Celadon, one of the best teams in terms of blocks in the entire KBA. Gyarados has a mismatch. And there's a block from Swampert. Right now, Rock Tunnel's just shutting the door. Sandslash is going to turn it over. Scizor on the other side. Can't put it in over Golem, and Golem's got the rebound. No points in the first 2 minutes. Other side, Treecko finishes. Treecko's got 7. What a start. Coming out to play. Says, I should be on this Celadon City team. I'm a grass type. Parappa, pass inside to Luffy. Gonna be fouled. Luffy will head to the free throw line. Finally on the board, almost 2.5 minutes in. Monkey D. Luffy averaging 11 points, 2.5 boards, 3 assists, 0.5 steals, 0.5 blocks, 51% from the field, 69% from 3. He's got a chance to get a 3-point play, but not a 3-point shot, obviously. Top 10 players in the league entering this one, or players in the top 10s in terms of stats. Luffy and Parappa both 69% from 3. That's tied for 5th in the league. Meanwhile, Treecko is tied for 7th at 66.7%. in terms of 3-point percentage. Luffy's got 3. Obviously the new acquisition from the Saffron Kicks. Alolan Sandslash is up against Scyther. Finds Golem. Golem gets a bit of space. Puts up the shot. That won't go. Rebound goes to Scizor. Luffy had 14, 3, and 5 in his first game as a slasher. Gyarados, the hook shot. Falls over Golem. Now Gyarados has been dominant as of recently. I said 3 straight games with 20 points as a timeout is called by Rock Tunnel. We're 3 minutes in. The Rock Tunnel Gravelers started up 9-0. Obviously now that's lowered a bit more expected. It's the worst offense in the league against one of the top defenses. So you'd think it would get ugly, but so far, Rock Tunnel's doing not bad. Oddish. Swampert gives it right back to Oddish. Oddish is up against Parappa. Oddish. On the outside, takes a step inside the three-point line, hits the shot. Oddish, the second leading scorer in the KBA, averaging over 15 points a game, was the leading scorer for a large part of the season. Gyarados might have something to say with that, with the way he's playing recently, but an illegal screen called against Scyzor. It's going to go back to Rock Tunnel. Solid defense from the Gravelers early on. Treecko's up against Luffy. Luffy all over Treecko. Obviously, Luffy a converted small forward, so a bit more time. Oddish is going to launch one, absolutely smothered by Parappa. That's no good. Rebound to Scizor. Here comes Parappa. Rappa up against Oddish, gives it off to Scyther. Scyther hasn't been great offensively this year, has been great defensively. We'll see if he can change that tonight. Scyther up against Sandslash, in the post, can't finish. Rebound to Gyarados, finds Scyther. Again can't go. Rebound Gyarados, another miss. And Celadon just can't finish right now. Oddish on the other side. He's going to drive. He's going to turn it over. Luffy, lengthy pass. And Gyarados will just lay it in. Gyarados has 4. 11-7, Rock Tunnel leading over halfway into the first quarter. Sandslash crosses up Scyther. Sandslash gets a little bit of a screen, but Scyther covers it well. Golem on the outside, 8 on the shot clock. Golem lets it fly. Got it! Golem from deep, and Rock Tunnel is doubling Celadon. Gyarados into the post. 4 times advantage. Gyarados hook shot, no good. Great defense from Golem. That's really improved. Seems like obviously their bigs have been the weakness this year. Snorlax and Golem just not able to get the job done against other dominant bigs in the league. A block shot from Scizor. Scyther on the other side. Scyther's up against Sandslash. Gets room in the paint. Spin move and the finish. Lead back down to 5. Oddish dribbles it up. Finds Sandslash. I mentioned there's a heavy favorite going into this. Probably one of the biggest opening lines of the season. But right now, Golem, another bucket. Rock Tunnel proving those odds makers wrong. Obviously, this could change very quickly, but it's a 7-point lead in the opening quarter. Scyther gets room. Scyther will finish. Well drawn up play. Another timeout called by the Gravelers. Perhaps trying to pull ahead, but Scyther's got 4 points. That's tied for a team high. As I assume the bench players are about to sub in, obviously the big bench player to watch, Executor, but a new bench player to watch. How about Magmar, former starter for Celadon City, now with Rock Tunnel, and Magmar's going to take it out. Magmar's got a huge size advantage against Parappa. Got to remember that too, so watch the drive on a lot of occasions. Finds Golem. Golem up against Gyarados. It's a tough situation, but Golem's going to go up and draw the foul. Golem will head to the free throw line. Enters this one, averaging 3 points, 6 rebounds, 1.5 steals, and 2 blocks a game. Take a look to see how Rock Tunnel got to this point.
Take a break. Take a break.
Start things out with a 1-point loss to Lake of Rage, then a win over Team Rocket by 2, but they followed a bad stretch. Lost to Lavender Town after a dominant fourth quarter from Greninja. They proceeded to fall against Saffron 80-55, then a loss by 7 to Mushroom Kingdom, and then a 19-point loss to Goldenrod in their most recent game. Had a 9-game break though, so perhaps getting a little well rested. Perhaps all those games, a condensed schedule is what caused them to fall behind so early. Second free throw is also good. Golem's got 7. I believe that's a season high. Yeah, you only had 6 going into this game on the season. Golem's only played 2 games entering this one. Inteleon on the outside. Now, this might be Celadon's issue is perhaps off the bench outside of Executor. Finds Parappa. Parappa's jumper. That's no good. It's rebounded by Golem. Here comes Geodude. Geodude finds Lycanroc. Lycanroc against Inteleon. Over Scyther. That's no good. Rebound by Gyarados, but he's going to step out of bounds. It's a turnover. And Rock Tunnel gets the ball back. It's not going well for Celadon right now. Golem set to inbound it. Looking for somebody. Lycanroc doing a little stutter step. And now finally gets open. Takes the feed and Teleon's covering him. He still gets free, and Lycanroc with the finish. Lycanroc, another relatively new addition, has been very solid off the bench this year. Rock Tunnel shooting 57%, 31% for Celadon City. It is ugly right now. Scizor takes the move, and he's blocked by Magmar. He's got the 4-time type advantage, showing it on that play. Magmar charging against Parappa. He's going to be stripped of the ball by Scizor. Scizor finds Scyther wide open. Scyther throws it down. Showing off that flying typing. It's 20-13. Magmar. Finds Golem. Magmar. Gonna be fouled. Head to the free throw line. Another foul against Gyarados. Magmar's played 5 games for Celadon this year. 6.5 points a game, 2.4 rebounds. That actually leads all guards. 1 assist, 0.4 steals, 1 block. 41% from the field, 16% from 3. That was really holding him down.
Shooting 2.
Take a look at some of the leaders participating in this one in field goal percentage. Executor sits 3rd in the entire league at 65.4%. No other players in that category. Top 10 in blocks. Gyarados leads the entire KBA with 4 a game. Golem has 2 a game. That's tied with a large portion of players. Scizor sits 5th with 2.7. First free throw made by Magmar. First point with his new team. First point against his old team. 21-13 Rock Tunnel, playing outstandingly so far. And Magmar makes them both. It's a 9-point lead. Parappa takes it up. Parappa the give to Scizor, over to Scyther on his right. Scyther's got a cutting Inteleon. Wide open 3. In and out. Rebound by Decidueye. Playing in his 2nd game of the season. Decidueye passes it up to Geodude. Geodude banks it home. What a start it's been for Rock Tunnel. They are dominating the heavily favored slashers. Gyarados finds Scizor. Scizor waits, gives it to Parappa. Parappa, 10 on the shot clock, 34 seconds to go in the quarter. Parappa waits on the outside. Gonna have to shoot soon. Step back, corner 3, no good. Rebound, Gyarados is there, flying in to put it back. Gyarados has 6. It's a 9-point game. Magmar, 2 seconds separating shot and game clock. Magmar waits. Magmar waits. Magmar against Parappa. Magmar to his left. Finds Snorlax. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Snorlax, turn around. No, too late. What is Snorlax doing? Snorlax getting lazy. I mean, it's not surprised, but really got caught napping on that play. As a couple more players subbing in. Alolan Sandslash passes it out. Parappa launches it. No good. That'll do it for the opening quarter. The Rock Tunnel Gravelers are walking out here and dominating. The Gravelers lead by 9 through 1 quarter. We'll see if the Slashers can bounce back in the second. We're back inside the Gravelers Cave, where the Rock Tunnel Gravelers fans have to be so pleased. They lead the Celadon City Slashers 24-15 through 1 quarter in one of the most shocking results of the entire season. Obviously, we're only 1 quarter in, but nonetheless, it's been an outstanding performance, top to bottom, for the Gravelers. Curtis Coleman on the call, bringing you the action for KBI and Elite 4 TV. We're more than halfway through the season, the Gravelers sitting comfortably in last place with the worst offense at 1-5. Decidueye for 3. That's no good. It's rebounded by Gyarados, and here's Gyarados getting lots of minutes early on once again. Luffy gives it to Executor. Executor has been amazing off the bench, one of the favorites for 6th Mon of the year. Mr. Rhyme gets it on the outside. Mr. Rhyme's up against Magmar, former teammate. Mr. Rhyme waits. Mr. Rhyme still going. Gyarados throwing up a bunch of useless screens. Passes it off to Alolan Sandslash for 3. That's good. How about Alolan Sandslash, last in the league in points? Gonna get the bucket. Enters with 4 total points on the season. Decidueye finds Snorlax. Snorlax posts up against Executor. Snorlax sends it back out to Decidueye. Over to Magmar. Magmar on the right. Magmar from the free throw line. No good. Rebound from Gyarados. Gyarados finds Luffy. Luffy a spin move against Decidueye. Luffy looking. Finds Gyarados. Gyarados over Geodude with the finish and the foul. There's Gyarados using his 4-time type advantage to his advantage. And Geodude getting in foul trouble. Coach Riley Freeman not happy with it. And again, whose idea was it to make a child the coach of the team? I don't know. But Gyarados will head to the line, averaging 14.2 points, 8 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.2 steals, 4 blocks a game, 55% shooting. In my power rankings, I had him 2nd in the MVP race right now, just behind Alakazam. And by far, way ahead in the DPOI race. Gyarados gets it to go. Gyarados has a game-high 9, and all of a sudden, it's just a 3-point game. The Slashers, whatever MF Doom did in between quarters has worked as Magmar tries the alley-oop. It's intercepted by Executor. Executor finds Gyarados. Gyarados up against Geodude again. This is an easy matchup for Gyarados and finishes with ease. Gyarados has 11 in the opening half. 7 rebounds. What a start. Obviously, it's not going to play the entire game, but Gyarados dominant once again. Geodude against Gyarados. Finds Lycanroc. Gets by Alolan Sandslash, and Lycanroc throws it down. Lycanroc has 4 points. Mr. Rhyme takes it out. Against Magmar. Mr. Rhyme the spin move. Mr. Rhyme fouled by Magmar. Will head to said free throw line. Mr. Rhyme averaging 4.8 points, 0.3 rebounds, 0.7 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 34% from the field, 25% from 3. Take a look at how Celadon got to this point. Their schedule throughout the season, they started things off with a win over Pallet Town by 1 point. Proceed to follow that up with a win over Lake of Rage, both by 1 point. Mr. Rhyme makes first free throw, and out goes Gyarados. In comes Zoro. Celadon City then lost to Team Rocket. Followed that up with a win over Lavender Town, led by Executor. That was the start of Gyarados' massive stretch of amazing games. Lost to Saffron by 8, and then followed that up with a 9-point win over Mushroom Kingdom in their most recent game. They sit at 4-2 on the season, despite having a negative point differential. Here comes Treecko to Geodude. Magmar's open for the mid-range. That's no good. Rebound by Executor. And now here's Celadon's chance to take their first lead. Luffy for 3. Got it! There you go. It's the first lead of the game for the Celadon City Slashers. They're on a 13-2 run. Magmar at the other side, nearly stripped. Driving against Mr. Rhyme. Fouled. Will head to the free throw line. Magmar's got 2 points already. We've already gone through his averages this year, so we'll go through the steals leaders playing in this game. Gyarados, 1.2 steals a game, is tied for 4th in the entire KBA. Meanwhile, Golem sits 2nd at 1.5. Obviously, Golem's only played 2 games, so a bit of an advantage there. Magmar's going to miss the first free throw. Leaders in assists playing in this game. Luffy and Parappa both tied for 8th with 3 a game. And that's all. Leaders in rebounds. You see Gyarados 5th with 8 a game. And in terms of scoring, Oddish sits 2nd with 15.8. Parappa's 3rd with 15.2 a game. Gyarados 6th with 14.2. Magmar makes the 2nd free throw. But the Gravelers still down by 1. Alolan Sandslash finds Zoro in the post. Zoro, turnaround, jumper, good! Zoro's first points. And Celadon leads by 3. We outscored them 15-3 in this quarter. Treecko gets a great feed from Magmar, drives, can't finish over Luffy. Rebound comes to Executor. Obviously, we know Luffy's made of rubber, so he can help as an alley-oop attempt blocked by Snorlax. Zoro is going to find Sandslash. Alolan Sandslash to Mr. Rhyme. Mr. Rhyme, 7 on the shot clock, trying to get by Magmar. Magmar not letting him get any room. Finds Luffy. Luffy turnaround jumper. That's no good. Rebound by Geodude. Treecko takes the feed. Treecko. Magmar wide open. Geodude for the finish, and a timeout called by the Slashers. Not sure why. In the last 3 minutes, they're on a 15-5 run. And even Treecko's like, why are they calling a timeout? They're doing really well right now. They're winning. But MF Doom obviously saw something he didn't like. He's making a couple changes. Scyther will inbound the ball to Mr. Rhyme. Up against Oddish. Mr. Rhyme finds Executor. Can't bank it home. Snorlax is there to grab the rebound. Oddish. Moving forward to Lycanroc. Back to Oddish. 3. Good! It was a deep 3, but Oddish drains it. Oddish has 5, and Rock Tunnel retakes the lead. Mr. Rhyme to Scyther. Scyther against Lycanroc. Lycanroc a 4-time type advantage against Scyther. Zoro up against Geodude. No type advantage here because Zoro's a person. Zoro over Geodude. That's blocked. Rebound by Geodude. Geodude stretch pass to Lycanroc. Lycanroc's got Oddish open for a second. Now just driving instead behind the back, and the finish. Lycanroc's got 6. That's 3rd on the team. What a start it's been for Lycanroc. Executor finds Mr. Rhyme for the finish. Mr. Rhyme's got 4. Now someone who hasn't scored any points, Parappa the Rappa, 15.2 points a game this year. No points tonight. Oddish, spin move inside, kicks out. Treecko, 3. Got it! Treecko, coming off a season high, is on pace for another one. Has 10 in the first half. Mr. Rhyme against Oddish. Executor setting a useless screen. Executor gets it. Executor just drives through. Snorlax too slow to keep up. And Executor gets the easy bucket. Executor averaging 6.7 points, about 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists a game off the bench. One of the most impactful 6th Mons. A block from Luffy against Treecko, and then Treecko's going to get the charge. What a defensive possession for Monkey D. Luffy. As back in come Parappa and Sandslash. After Rock Tunnel took the lead. Here comes Parappa. Scyther to Zoro. Zoro to Mr. Rhyme. Mr. Rhyme heating up right now. Gets a little bit of a screen, but he's going to pass it back out to Scyther. Scyther versus Sandslash. Scyther finishes. Scyther's got 8. Very strong performance in the first half. Especially for a player averaging only 7 points a game. Geodude kicks out. Treecko, 3. In and out. Rebound, but for Sandslash. Sandslash over Scyther. That won't go. Rebound comes to Scyther. Scyther finds Mr. Rhyme. Mr. Rhyme pass inside to Executor. Executor had the angle for the easy bucket against Snorlax. And Celadon retakes the lead. Oddish against Parappa. Oddish. Long 2. That's good. Rock Tunnel leads once again. The Gravelers shooting 54% from the field. Pretty insane numbers. Celadon, 47%, but they're still only down 1, so that's got to be a positive. Zoro against Snorlax. It's Scyther on the outside at the top. Scyther gets a screen. Scyther's going to pull up for the midi. That's no good. Rebound by Snorlax. Here comes Oddish. Oddish rushing forward, finds Geodude. Geodude, oh, beautiful Euro step. Completely fakes out Executor. Geodude's got 6, and the bench is cooking right now for Rock Tunnel. They've got 15 as a unit to just 11. No, 13 for the other side. It's actually pretty close. Other side, Zoro with the dunk. I didn't know he was also made of rubber. Look at that jam. Sandslash can only hope to get maybe a fingertip on the ball, but Zoro says, no, no, no. This is a dunk. The lead down to 1. It's Snorlax with the ball. Finds Treecko. Treecko to Sandslash. Sandslash thought about shooting. 5 on the shot clock. Sandslash against Scyther. Sandslash is going to have to put one up. Heaves it up. And no good. Rebound by Executor. Zoro passes it up to Mr. Rhyme. I don't think Mr. Rhyme was expecting that pass. It's going to be a foul against Oddish. Great adjustment by Mr. Rhyme, who will head to the free throw line. As you see that play, Oddish reaching in. I don't think either of them were particularly alert on that play. But either way, it's going to result in a Mr. Rhyme trip to the line. Mr. Rhyme has 4 points so far, 15 bench points for both sides. First free throw, good. Mr. Rhyme's got 5 as Scizor and Gyarados re-enter the game. It's really been a game of just quality over quantity. Both teams with quite a few players who are just kind of stepping up. 5 players with 6 points on Rock Tunnel right now. Second free throw, good for Mr. Rhyme. That's 4 players with 6 points on Celadon City. Oddish against Parappa. Dribbles to his left. Oddish to Sandslash. Sandslash, 3 on the clock. Puts it up. No good. Gyarados grabs the rebound and won't even get a chance to heave. The Celadon City Slashers, an outstanding 27-point second quarter and lead 42-41 at half. We'll be back with the second half shortly. Stick around. Welcome back to Graveler's Cave. Well, the fans must have been reeling after the first quarter, but now they're a bit silent after two. The Celadon City Slashers have a 27-point second quarter and now lead the Rock Tunnel Gravelers 42-41. We're starting things out. Oddish, a long three to start things off, but that's no good. Or a quick three, more so than a long three. Here's Scyther at the other side. Scyther is going to take it, spinning inside, puts it up. No good, grabs his own rebound. Scyther fouled by Swampert. Scyther will get a trip to the free throw line. For those of you just joining us, Curtis Coleman bringing you the action for KBA on Elite 4 TV. Scyther averaging 7 points, 3.7 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 0.3 steals, 0.3 blocks, 34% from the field. Really the main vice for Scyther, and really the main vice for the team not shooting well from Scyther. 50% from three, not bad. Swampert, cursed look in his eyes. Scyther's got 8 points so far. That's above his season average in scoring. First free throw, good. Scyther's got 9. Getting some high fives from teammates. Big story of the first half is really the steals, the turnovers. Celadon City, 4 steals has led to points, as that kind of makes up for their 5% deficit in terms of field goal percentage. As Scyther makes them both, Scyther's got 10. Golem finds Oddish. Oddish, long two, no good. Rebound by Scyther. Scyther's been on the glass a few times this game. Parappa at the other side. No points in the first half, trying to make it 2. And a foul called against Executor. It rolls out anyway. So it'll be Rock Tunnel ball. 44-41, the Celadon City Slashers. 4-2 this season. Currently lead the Rock Tunnel Gravelers, who sit at 1-5. Sandslash with it. On the outside, gives it to Swampert. Swampert at the top to Oddish on his right. Oddish on the right side, gives it to Treecko. Pulls up, 3, fouled. And Treecko will get a trip to the free throw line. Foul called against Luffy. Treecko enters this game averaging 9.7 points. 1.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 0.3 steals, 0.3 blocks, 48% from the field, 66% from 3. Treecko's got 10 as well in this so far. And that's a team high. Chance to make it a game high with 3 free throw shots. And a chance to tie the game. As mentioned, Treecko coming off one of, if not his best game of the season. Started things off with 6 points, then had a no-point game. Then 14, 13, 8, and 17 in his most recent game. Second free throw, good. Third free throw, good. We're even at 44. Parappa against Oddish. Parappa over Oddish. Finishes! Parappa's finally on the board. And Celadon retakes the lead just like that. Oddish to Swampert. Swampert looking for something. Finds Sandslash. Sandslash over Scyther. That's no good. Rebound by Gyarados. Scizor takes the feed. No points in the first half for Scizor. Going to give it off to Parappa. Parappa against Sandslash. This is an interesting mismatch. Stolen by Golem. Golem finds Treecko. Treecko over Luffy. Got it! We're tied. Treecko's got 15. What a performance by Treecko. Continues to perform well. Gyarados with it. Over Golem. That long two's good. An impressive shot from Gyarados. He's got 13 on 6 for 9 shooting. Oddish finds Swampert. Swampert tried giving it back. It's going to be a jump ball called as both Oddish and Parappa were in there. Now they're taking the jump ball, and it's won by Oddish, but it's going to go right to Luffy, but Swampert strips him of the ball. Swampert with it. Swampert over Scizor. Jumper, no good. Rebound by Scizor. Swampert only 2 points, has really struggled this season offensively. Shooting 43% from the field as a power forward. Parappa kicks out Scizor, long two, good! Scizor's on the board. And Celadon's got a 4-point lead. Here comes Oddish. Bounce pass to Swampert. Looking for Treecko, that's intercepted with ease by Gyarados. Gyarados charging up the court. Finds Scizor. Scizor can't finish. Rebound goes to Swampert. Both Gyarados and Scizor were in the area to try to grab the offensive board. Here's Sandslash up against Scyther. Alley-oop. Swampert throws it down. There's some teamwork working out. It's a 2-point game. Other side, Luffy finds Parappa. Parappa up against Oddish. Can't bank it home. Rebound to Golem. Nice job snatching it away from Gyarados. Sandslash with it. Looking, it's going to be intercepted by Parappa. Was looking for Oddish. Rappa got in the passing lane. 4 steals to none in the first half, as I mentioned, in favor of Celadon. I'm pretty sure we've seen at least 4 steals in the second half from both sides. I mean, like, combined. So that number will be up in the end of the game stats. Oddish kicks out. Golem 3. No good. Was wide open. Had the entire half of the court to himself, and he's still going to miss. Luffy is nearly stripped by Sandslash. Going to be poked out of bounds. And Alolan Sandslash re-enters the game. We'll see some bench players taking the court. It's a 2-point lead for Celadon City, 50-48. In a game that I don't think too many people would have thought would have been close. With how well Celadon has played, how poorly Rock Tunnel's played. Luffy against Treecko. Luffy over Treecko. That's no good. Rebound by Golem. Swampert finds Sandslash. Sandslash against Sandslash matchup is what we've all been waiting for. Great hustle from Gyarados to get the block. Luffy drives, dishes it off to Gyarados. Gyarados blocked by Swampert nearly, but he puts it in over him. Gyarados has 15 timeout Gravelers. Gyarados is loving it, and Gyarados is dominating once again. Gyarados might just be the best player in the entire KBA. At least close to it. Gyarados, Gengar, Alakazam, really the big 3. This year I would add Parappa, but he's only got 2 points right now. He hasn't really been perhaps as consistent. Decidueye against Inteleon. Step back, deep 3. No good. Rebound from Gyarados. He's got to have a double-double at this point. Inteleon, other side. He's going to pull up. Says yes. Inteleon with the 3-pointer. Says anything you can do, I can do better. And drains it over Decidueye despite the type disadvantage. Decidueye is going to turn it over. Parappa, second steal of the game. Drives right by Magmar. Now cuts back. Parappa over Magmar. That won't go. Rebound poked up. Gyarados comes away with it somehow and won't finish. Rebound comes to Magmar. Magmar finds Swampert. Swampert crosses the half court. Finds Magmar. Magmar dribbling with his left. Up against Parappa. Dribbles by. Spinning inside. Fakes out. Blocked by Gyarados. Rebound. Golem dunks it and is blocked by his own hands. Are you kidding me? Parappa on the other side. Parappa driving, spinning. Gets it to fall. Parappa's got 4, and it's a 9-point lead all of a sudden. The Gravelers now shooting 43% from the field. Their offense has collapsed as it's done much of the season. Magmar. Parappa, alley-oop. Over Parappa, alley-oop attempt. Swatted away by Scizor. Gyarados gets it. Sandslash with it. Alolan Sandslash. Stripped of the ball by Golem. Sandslash comes away with it, but he's going to turn it over. Great defense from Golem and active hands to force it. Rock Tunnel making another substitution, but they're down 9. All of a sudden, it's been a really rough game for the Gravelers in the second and third quarters. 15-7 the score in the third. Magmar's 3 won't go. Rebound by Alolan Sandslash. As I mentioned entering this one, Alolan Sandslash, probably the pick for least valuable player in the KBA. Decidueye gets a steal, though. Decidueye, Euro step over Parappa and finishes Decidueye on the board with its first bucket. Here comes Parappa. Sandslash. Inteleon gets it. Inteleon, multiple defenders covering him. Kicks out for Scizor. Over to Parappa. Parappa driving. Parappa can't put it in. Rebound by Geodude. Decidueye. Nearly stripped, but finds Lycanroc. Lycanroc against Alolan Sandslash. Finishes. Lycanroc has 8 now. And Lycanroc continues to perform, averaging 7 points a game this season. In just the 2 games it's played, has been a very bright addition to the offensively struggling Gravelers. Gyarados inside to Inteleon, who finishes. I think Inteleon got redirected, but good adjustment. Celadon just under 50% in the second half. Rock Tunnel under 33%. A block from Parappa against Magmar. Stretch pass, Inteleon on the fast break. Blocked by Geodude. It's going to be Slasher's ball. 35 seconds to go in the quarter.
Substitution on the court.
Subs being made. Executor coming in, and I know you're probably relieved you're not against Gyarados anymore, but Executor is not much of a downgrade this season. Executor, as I said, have been the centers for this Celadon team. Might be the strongest position group in the entire KBA. Scizor over Geodude. That's no good. It's rebounded by Geodude. Geodude's had a surprisingly solid game. Has had a solid past few games, averaging 4.7 points, 2.7 rebounds. Magmar waits. 2 seconds separating shot and game. Magmar's got the type advantage, but it's a severe mismatch. Magmar gets a screen. Bounce pass to Snorlax. Snorlax against Parappa. That's a major mismatch. Snorlax, you got to get up. What is Snorlax doing? But he's got it with 1.1 seconds left. Snorlax on the board, and that will do it for the end of the third. The Rock Tunnel Gravelers hit a near buzzer beater, but they're still down by 5 heading into the fourth. We'll see if Celadon City can hang on, or if Rock Tunnel will be able to mount a comeback. We're back in Graveler's Cave for the fourth quarter of this KBA action on Elite 4 TV. Curtis Coleman on the call. The Celadon City Slashers, outstanding second and third quarter, just shutting the Rock Tunnel Gravelers down in that third quarter, really. Since the first quarter, they've outscored them 44-30, and that's why the Celadon City Slashers currently lead 59-54 against the Rock Tunnel Gravelers through 3 quarters. As I mentioned, the Slashers would be heavy favorites in this game, but the Gravelers have posed a surprising threat. Inteleon won't get it to go. It's rebounded by Swampert. Swampert finds Geodude over Executor. That won't go. Rebounded by Executor. Executor taking it up the court. Gives it off to Mr. Rhyme. Mr. Rhyme has 6 points so far. Scizor to Executor. Executor only has 4. That's below his season average. He's been heating up in the recent games. Finds Inteleon wide open for the finish. Inteleon's got 7. And that's a strong performance to make the lead 7. Oddish also only has 7 right now. League's second leading scorer has really fallen off a cliff in recent games. Swampert to Oddish. Oddish gets a screen, pulls up 3. Good! Sorry, that's just a 2, I believe. Oddish has 9. Still a ways to go, though. Executor. Luffy for 3. No good. Rebound by Geodude. Executor was not aggressive on that rebound at all. Geodude, good effort to come away with it. Treecko on the outside. Treecko has 15. Pulls up from 3. No good. Rebound by Luffy. Luffy, a potential all-star starter as it stands. Drives right by everybody and throws it down. Luffy's got 8. And the lead's up to 7. Treecko has 15, as I mentioned. That's a game high. No good. Rebound by Luffy. Executor takes the feed, drives right by, and gets the finish and the foul. There you go, Executor Magic back at it. Executor, the 4-time type advantage against Geodude, showing it on that play. We'll get a trip to the charity stripe. Executor averaging 6.7 points, 4.8 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 0.3 steals, 1 block a game on 65% from the field.
One shot.
It's a 10-point lead for the Slashers. Oddish. Bounce pass to Sandslash. Sandslash to Oddish. To Golem. Sandslash's shot is good. First bucket of the game. Sandslash's main problem has been inconsistency this season. Showing it again. Only 2 points tonight. Mr. Rhyme with it. Against Oddish. Finds Luffy. Luffy to Executor. Executor's got a 4-time type advantage against Swampert. Drives. Fouled. Executor heading back to the free throw line. You see his many reactions. Swampert thought he had a clean block, but it's going to be whistled down. It's an 8-point lead now. Executor at the line. First free throw for the bench player, averaging 6.7 points a game. I mentioned Executor has really just stepped up in recent games. Started with 2 points, then 2 points again, 5 points third game, 12, 8, and 2 in his fourth, 9, 5, and 1, 10, 6, and 2. Really just stepped up with Gyarados in a sense. They're kind of a package deal now. And known as the best center room in the KBA. Rebound from Sandslash. Executor nearly stripped him of the ball. Sandslash finds Oddish. Oddish. 9 points so far. I believe that would match his season low. Stripped by Gyarados. Gyarados finds Executor for the slam. Timeout Grabblers. Executor's got 11 now. And Gyarados once again taking over. Just the centers as a whole taking over. And that's what they've struggled with all season, the Grabblers. They don't have a big that's dominant. Executor will get starter minutes somewhere next season based on how incredibly he's played. And it might even be here. They might move Scizor to the bench even, perhaps, if Executor is playing that well. Oddish against Mr. Rhyme. Oddish, Euro step. Good finish. Oddish has 11. They're going to need more of that from Oddish. Quick buckets if they want to win this one. Luffy at the other side. Pulls up from 3. No good. Rebound by Swampert. Swampert to Oddish. Oddish throws it down. Oddish now has 13. Look at Oddish go. Okay, they're cooking. Rock Tunnel cuts the lead to 7. Mr. Rhyme for Zoro. Zoro's got 4 points against Swampert. Scyther over Sandslash. No good. Rebound by Swampert. Swampert to Sandslash. Over to Treecko. Treecko off to Sandslash. Sandslash dribbling. Gives it to Oddish. Oddish fakes the shot. Finds Sandslash. Corner 3. No good. Rebound by Zoro. to Mr. Rhyme. Scyther with it. Illegal screen called against Zoro. Rock Tunnel Ball. There haven't been that many buckets in recent few minutes. Mr. Rhyme heads to the bench. In comes Parappa. Rappa, a better defender than Mr. Rhyme. Held Oddish pretty low on the scoring scale. Oddish. Gotta get some cheers if they want to take this one. Gotta get things going if they want to take this one. Oddish gets the screen. 3. Good! There he is! Oddish! Game high 16, and it's a 4-point game. Timeout Slashers. They needed that one. You gotta get your starters on to finish this game. Maybe even Executor over Scizor if you want to. But you gotta get your best 5 out there because the Gravelers have come to play. In the 4th quarter, Gyarados player of the game. Yeah. Once again, no complaints. Gyarados has been dominant. Had 11 and 8 in the first half. Has improved his passing game in the second half. If Gyarados wins MVP, I would not be surprised. Definitely a candidate right now. That's why I put him in second in the race rate as of now. Parappa. Finds Scyther. Scyther to Zoro. Why is Zoro still on? I get that connection with Luffy. He hasn't been much better than Scizor. I guess Scizor hasn't been great either. And a block by Sandslash against Scyther. It's going to remain Slasher's ball, but timeout called by the Slashers again. And saw a play, saw it was stagnant, says, all right, let's draw it up again, back to the drawing board. Oddish loving it, and the Gravelers are in this game, very much so. Gyarados the inbounder. For Scyther. 2 on the shot clock. Scyther. No good. Rebound Gyarados. Inside. Gyarados gets it to go. Oh, reliable. Gyarados has 17. That's a game high. Oddish, other side. Finds Treecko. Treecko to Swampert. Swampert fouled. Will head to the free throw line. That's Zoro's second foul. Scyther giving him a talking to. Swampert will head to the line. As I mentioned, Swampert's really struggled this season. Much higher expectations going into it. Averaging 7 points, 3.8 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 0.3 steals, 1 block, 43% from field, 42% from 3. Swampert a chance to make it a 4-point game. First free throw. Swampert's got it. Swampert's got 5. And as we're winding into the final minutes of this game, I mentioned the bench scoring early on. Well, it's flipped on its head. It's now very much in favor of the Slashers. Swampert's second free throw, also good. Swampert's got 6. Parappa to Scyther. Gyarados in the post against Golem. Gyarados over Golem, no good. Grabs his own rebound, puts it in. Gyarados has 19. Could be the best player in the KBA. Treecko against Luffy. Looking for someone. Finds Swampert on the outside. Over to Sandslash. Sandslash finds a cutting Oddish. Oddish off to Swampert. Swampert against Zoro. Back to Oddish. Oddish fakes the shot once. Oddish now pulls up. Oddish's shot no good. Rebound from Gyarados. Gyarados has been all over the glass. Easily a double-double. Gyarados' pass intercepted by Oddish. Oddish with the break the other way. Oddish against Gyarados. Blocked by Gyarados. Rebound to Parappa. Parappa over Treecko. Can't finish. Rebound by Swampert. And you saw that track, and Gyarados was chasing down Oddish, and you know it was about to happen. Treecko, other side, over Gyarados. That's no good. Gyarados taking over in the final minute. Zoro breezes right by Swampert, blocked by Sandslash, and it'll remain Slasher's ball with a minute 17 to go. Executor re-enters the game. For Zoro, that's a good decision. And it is their best 5 on the court. Gyarados, the inbounder. Really their best one to Executor. Got it! Confidence is key. And Executor executes the midi to perfection. No pun intended. Treecko. He's got tons of room against Luffy. It's ISO ball. Treecko can't finish. Rebound to Gyarados. This is when you pull up the video of that guy screaming, "That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!" Luffy's gonna turn it over. Treecko with the steal. Here comes Treecko. Finds Sandslash. Gets free of Scyther. Shot. Good. Lead down to 6. And a foul against Oddish. That be Parappa at the free throw line. No, they'll get another chance. And Parappa will get a chance to pad his stats. Rappa drives right by Oddish. They've got tons of space. Gyarados. The shot. Can't bank it home. Rebound from Swampert. Well, that could be a disaster. They didn't waste time at all. Oddish finds Treecko. Treecko over Scyther. Got it with the foul! Are you kidding me? Treecko drains the 3. Rock Tunnel has life. Scyther's like, can you believe this dude? Doing the pops pointing thing. And Treecko will be at the line. A chance to cut the lead to 2. That would mean Celadon would have to miss just one of their free throws because they will have to foul. And they most likely will get free throws, assuming Treecko makes this. He's got a season high 18 right now. Treecko's free throw. Good. Timeout. Called by Celadon City. And that was expected. It's a 2-point lead now. Is where you get your best free throw shooters in. And get them the ball. The big issue. No fouling at this stage. Parappa takes the feed. Parappa's going to be fouled by Oddish right away. And Rappa will head to the free throw line. 4 points so far tonight. So his scoring numbers will drop down for sure, but enters this one averaging 15.2 points, 1.7 rebounds, 3 assists. Actually has the season high league-wide for assists with 8. So just imagine how much that's been carrying it. Makes the first free throw up to 5 points. Also has 0.7 steals, 0.7 blocks, has a couple of those. 51% from the field, 69% from 3. Those numbers probably going down. A timeout called by the Grabblers. 21 seconds left. Which guard do you get the ball in the hands of? Now, we've seen guard play translate into wins, especially for Goldenrod. And it's no doubt that Rock Tunnel's 2 best players are their guards. But man, their bigs are just really crap in the bed, if you will. Swampert to Sandslash. Sandslash inside the 3-point line. Gives it to Treecko. Treecko. Sandslash wide open. Corner 3. No good. Rebound from Gyarados. Finds Parappa. And that'll likely do it. Foul against Snorlax. Parappa heading to the line. And make 1 bucket, and it'll officially be a multi-possession game. First free throw from Parappa. Good. As the crowd grows silenter. It was a phenomenal effort from the Rock Tunnel Grabblers. But at the end of the day, the Celadon City Slashers looked to be just too much. Led by Gyarados Once again, Gyarados' MVP caliber campaign continues. Set to increase his scoring average to maybe 15 a game. Treecko gets it. Treecko, long 2. That's good. Treecko's got 21. A foul against Treecko now. Luffy will head to the free throw line. Luffy's got 8 so far. That's a little below his season average. Gotta get those numbers up. Luffy in a tough fight for the second shooting guard all-star starter. Really against players like Frieza, who's averaging more than him. But Frieza doesn't really do as much as Luffy. Not as versatile. Second free throw also good. Luffy's got 10. It's a 6-point game now. They got to race up the court. Oddish, Snorlax, Treecko, 3. No good. Executor with the rebound. That'll do it. The Celadon City Slashers improved to 5-2 on the year and survive a scare from the Rock Tunnel Gravelers. It was a great effort from Treecko and Oddish. But once again, the rest of the team seems to let them down. But that will do it for us today. For everyone working so hard at the KBA on Elite Four TV, I'm Curtis Coleman, thanking you for joining us. We will see you next time.